Let's go away from the chainsaws and the guy taking a picture of his car and all that shit. I want to tell a story here. Everybody wants to know good Jim Austin Tex story. And I first met Tex when I was like 16 up to Erie with my brother Mark. And we kind of called ourselves the Three Black Things from Hell. That really wasn't a band, really. So the songs I'm putting out are really close to what we used to play, but I don't have the original, so I'm kind of just having a little bit of fun with it. It doesn't have to be something serious, you know. But I went up there to Erie many times, and I got to spend some time with Tex and George Jones and a bunch of other people that taught me how to write really well. But what impressed me the most is a story I don't think I've ever told anybody. Kind of a cool story. Tex had all these cats, and he worked night shift as a guard for Elliott Company. And I'll never forget this. He had all these cats. He had Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. He had all these cats. He must have had 20 of them at least. He had one. I can't think of its name. I don't know if it was Cody or Tucker or something like that. We'll call him Tucker for now. So he just cat Tucker, and his cat was cat. You couldn't help but love his cat. When you saw him, you'd know what I'm talking about. This little brown tabby, beautiful little thing. And a car went by. Anyhow, he had this cat Tucker. So this cat was like his baby. This cat was the one that you couldn't help but love. There was nothing to hate about this cat. It wouldn't kill anything. It was wonderful and beautiful, and it was his best friend out of all of them. It taught me you connect with things like that. He taught me about faith too with it all. He says, you know, you have to have faith about things. So one day the cat disappeared, and it was like months. Didn't hear anything from it, and it was strange because it just didn't show up one day. And I'd go and see Tex, and we'd sit down, and he'd pick up a guitar, he'd play a few songs. He'd just start crying. He said, I know that cat's alive. He says, but where's it at? He says, I'm praying that God will bring this cat back to me. And I said, I'm thinking in my mind, even at, it's about 17, 18 years old at the time, I'm thinking, Tex, this cat's gone, you know. It's been 3 months. You haven't seen it, nobody's seen it. And then here, one day, he gets a call from down there, I think it was Oklahoma. His cat shows up. Someone from Pennsylvania to Oklahoma. And it must have crawled in the back of someone's storage thing when they were moving. And got loose and was living wild and had the tag still on it. And someone found it. And it still brings a tear to my eye thinking about it. And he called me up and he's like, found my little buddy. Found my little buddy. And he had that cat. And they brought it back. He paid to have it brought back, and it cost a lot of money. But he brought it back, and I'll never forget him sitting there holding that cat. And I looked at him, and I thought to myself, you know, when everybody else giving up faith, Tex didn't. There's so much of his music, so much of the way he lived his life. And when he died, I'll never forget, this makes me really tear up a little bit here. I'll never forget that I thought about that story and thought about all the people who his life touched. Not just people, but animals too. And he always had a way of seeing the good in people, no matter what the situation was. So I wanted to share that story because I was just thinking about him. That song I uploaded, Last Snake Standing, I thought I'd send it to Roxy, which was his niece. She's going to show it to Tex's wife, and even though it's a version, it's not the real version of it. So this song's all about you, Will. It's like, actually, none of it's about me. And it's the last track on that album, and And I think it really captures a lot of things that I feel when I think about these men. And being the last one left, when I write down my music, a lot of times I'll take a little tidbit of what they felt or what they talked about and make it real for my music. And be it my brother Mark or Tex, you know, we always had a good time up in Erie. And I was always chasing after some girl that I could never catch, and they were going to strip clubs and playing music and all that. But it was a time. We were 3 black snakes from hell. That's no lie.
Last snake standing, Lord help me please. Their guns hang on.